Hi, it's Mimi and I'm in my kitchen because it's Thursday. I know I've told you I'm in my kitchen every day, but Thursdays is when we like to do our videos. So today I'm going to do something very special. It's going to be a nice quick one that you're going to absolutely love. If you love heirloom tomatoes or any kind of tomatoes, this is going to be a really great dish. They're like roasted tomatoes, but they're dehydrated, but they taste even better than roasted because they're in the dehydrator for like 13 or 14 hours. So you could be sleeping while this is happening, but they're so delicious. And if you make some raw bread and you put that on top, oh my God, this little tomato on top of bread's delicious. But by itself, it's just delightful. Either warm or cold is the way I mostly eat it, because I usually make a big tray. So the first thing we're going to do, I'll show you what we have. We have a few heirloom tomatoes. I would say make yourself a lot with a big tray. I'm only going to show you a few. I've got marjoram from the garden, like just a little handful of marjoram. It's a wonderful herb. Thyme from the garden, a little bit of thyme. Basil, a nice little bunch of basil, and I have some dried oregano here. We're going to use a little garlic, a little olive oil, a little salt, and a little balsamic vinegar, and there you have it. So first thing I'm going to do is just chop this up a little bit. I want this chopped pretty fine. So you grab a hold of your knife. You know how to hold it right there at the butt end like this, in case you didn't see one of my other videos showing you how to hold your knife. And stand very straight in front of your food, and you have complete control over your knife this way. So we're going to get this chopped up, get the basil in here. I think we don't need any more of this marjoram. That marjoram just grows like crazy. We have so much of it in the garden. I keep pulling it out and putting them in other pots because they just grow so fast. It's amazing. It fills up your garden, but it's a wonderful herb if you haven't used it. It's marjoram. Just a really great herb for so many things. Fantastic on tomatoes. Okay, I want to get these pretty fine. Okay. You can chop these earlier in the day if you want. This is a great dish to serve company as an appetizer. With some raw olives on the side. It's great on top of salads. It's just really a delicious meal. Okay, we've got that all together. It looks like I got a little bit here. Okay, let me get some of that up off of here. I'm going to put it in my little dish with the oregano so I can mix that together. Do you have one of these scrapers? I think I always show you that, but it's just such a great tool. Look at that. There you go. Really fantastic. Okay, let's get up that last little bit. Give this a little stir here. Get that oregano in there. Okay, oregano. All right, now we're going to cut out the little centers of these tomatoes. Just the little stem, the little core, right here, out of each one. And any tomato is good. It doesn't have to be heirloom, but of course we love heirlooms. They're just amazing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, just like you were slicing a tomato in slices, I'm going to cut this directly in half. That's how we're going to do this, just right in half. Look at that. Wow. That heirloom is so beautiful, and the smell when I cut that. And we're just going to cut them all on that end. And they lay flat this way. This is really the best way to cut them. So we're just going to cut them like this. And then we want to take out the seeds. It's always best to take out the seeds. It makes it too watery. Use a little spoon. You use your finger, just depending. But it's so easy this way. I just have a little spoon I'm doing it with. And that's all you do to get them ready. I'm going to lay them here in a baking dish so you can see that. I'm not sure I'm going to have enough room in this little baking dish for all these that big tomato there, but I made some earlier so you can see them all finished. I wanted you to have a view of what they look like now and what they look like finished. There we go. This is for the Papa Bear, this big one. Okay, I hope everything's going great with you guys. I'm having so much fun in my kitchen. I'm in here so much because I love it. Always trying new things. I have a lot of new things to show you. I've been really, really busy. Really excited about the new book coming out, Live Around the World. And very excited. It's supposed to be out in July. So I'll let you know when that happens. This is going to just make it. These yellow ones don't have much seeds in them. I usually make the red, but I couldn't resist this pretty little yellow one today. And like I say, any tomatoes will do, even if they're soft. They're still very good and delicious. Okay, so now we've got this part done. That already looks pretty, right? Let me just give my little counter here a little cleanup so I can get this over here for you. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a little olive oil on, some good olive oil, yummy olive oil. You always want to make sure a little is left in the pan. I have no idea, I don't measure it, but this is good olive oil. I'm going to put a little extra in the pan. The next thing I'm going to put on is a little balsamic vinegar. And I like the dark balsamic because it gives it such a pretty color when it gets all roasted. I know you think it's funny, I still call it roasted, and we're going to put just, teaspoon on each one. A little less is okay, but about that amount. I want to make sure there's a little in the pan. We want to keep the pan a little moist so all those flavors start to caramelize. I know it sounds funny in the dehydrator, but it does caramelize in there. It's delicious. Now we're going to take some of these herbs, very simple. We're going to sprinkle those on top. I chopped a lot of them. You really don't need as much as I chopped up here, but I'll put this in a salad later. By the way, the olive oil and the balsamic vinegar that's left in the pan after the juices all from the tomato get in there, it makes a great salad dressing. I add a little lemon juice or whatever else I want with it, but save that. Don't throw that out. It's really quite delicious. All right, we've got that on here. Now we have some garlic, and I use probably about a clove of garlic for 2 to 3 tomatoes, just depending on the size. I'm just going to sprinkle that around, a little garlic. I like lots of garlic. It really kind of gets lost in here. You can imagine 13 hours in the dehydrator. It's not going to have a strong garlicky taste, but it's going to be really good. So you use your own discretion on how much garlic you like. And I made these for years. And then I didn't make them anymore when I started having raw food. And I was over at my daughter Lisa's, and she had some roasted tomatoes, which I tasted. She did them in the oven, and they were so unbelievable. So this is her actual recipe. Lisa, thank you so much for this great recipe and all your good recipes that you always give me. She's pretty amazing. Amazing cook herself. And now a little pink Himalayan salt. Sprinkle that on. And this is ready to go in the dehydrator. You just remove a couple of the shelves in there. And that's it. Isn't that fantastic? Now let me show you this finished dish here. I'm going to put this over here. And I'm going to move this over so I can plate this for you. Okay. Now we have a beautiful white plate we're going to use. Here. I made a little basil oil, and all you do, you could put it in your blender, or you can use it in one of those little grinding things. What is it called? I can't remember it. I couldn't find mine today. A pestle and mortar, that's what it is. Okay, so I did it in a little bowl like this, and I'm just going to go make a little design on here so we can put the tomatoes on. And I put a little truffle oil in this too. I thought that would be really, really delicious. Okay, now I'm going to lay a couple of the tomatoes on here. This is what they look like roasted coming out of the pan. There's a little bit of oil left in here. I'm going to put one here. This is a meal to me. This is so delicious. There we go. Here it is. Our beautiful dehydrated roasted tomatoes. I miss you all because I'm not doing a video every week, but I'm trying to get more of them done. And I think all the stuff with the book has made me so busy that I skip a week here and there, but I've got so much more to teach you. I've got some kombucha going on the sink. I'm going to flavor it tonight. I've made some preserved lemons, and I've got lots of nice surprises for you. But please make this roasted tomato dish, and then let me know what you think. You can look on my website for the recipe. It's youngonrawfood.com, and you'll find the recipe there. And you know I love you. Bye.